back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to true stories. So let's get on with the video.
18 years old. I have a twin named Patrick. You must be wondering why I'm telling you this. Well, the thing is that Patrick and I are conjoined twins. Yep, it means we share some common body parts. It can be different for different people with the same condition, but for Patrick and me, we're joined in the middle of our neck, right down to the shoulder, arm, and hip, and even lower. So yeah, now you can guess that nothing is a walk in the park for us. Everything from complex activities to day-to-day things is a struggle. Just imagine how we wear clothes, use the toilet, eat, sleep in the same bed, etc.
How do they go to the toilet?
Thankfully, we have
together?
our own individual heads
like
and
one
brains.
look away?
You're probably wondering why we didn't go into the separation surgery. Well, after we were born, our parents took us to the best doctors in the world, but all of them had the same answer. We had a 90% probability of losing our life
aren't they?
if we underwent the surgery. Now, of course, our parents didn't want to lose us. It was even a miracle we survived after being born as conjoined twins because in most such cases, the babies never make it alive. So I'm not complaining about never being able to be separated from Patrick because I count myself lucky to still be breathing. But that doesn't mean that I can't ignore the problems that we face. You've probably guessed by now that our social life isn't really that delightful.
I forgot already.
People frown at us, try not to associate with us, and insult us at every given opportunity. The most subtle name they've ever called us is freaks, and there have been worse. But let's not talk about that. Sure, all of this used to bother us in the beginning, but with time, we got used to it and learned to live with it. We couldn't do anything if we just ignored them, right? So you see, our life was going smoothly, or at least as smooth as it could go in our case, until we started college. College meant drastic changes in lifestyle. It meant discovering more of our interests and hobbies, building relationships, and much more. Patrick wanted to join the music program, while I was more interested in business management. In the end, there was no other option but to enroll for both courses and sit through each other's classes. Now, luckily, our schedules didn't clash,
really boring.
but still, sitting through a class that had nothing to do with my area of study felt like a complete waste of time. And I'm sure Patrick felt the same. But it was our destiny to make sacrifices to get through life. Anyhow, these problems aside, there was the question of our romantic interests. Surprisingly, college students aren't narrow-minded like most of the high school kids. They were more open and accepting towards our condition. Unlike in high school, people here wanted to be our friends. Our identity wasn't based on our appearance, but rather our merit. So we made quite a few friends in a short amount of time.
Yay.
Indeed, because of so much rejection from the previous years, we were definitely great students and what you'd call smart cookies. But all this happiness was too good to be true. Once we were invited to a party. It was the usual, games, drinks, friends, and fun. But I was shocked when a girl named Beth approached me at the party. She was in my class, and I talked to her quite a few times.
And the other guys
but I never knew she'd be interested in me, because girls usually ran the other way when it came to the question of dating someone who was conjoined to their twin. This girl was definitely something different. But I guess Beth was different. Things were pretty awkward with Patrick listening in on our conversation and all, but Beth didn't turn and run for the hills as I was expecting her to. She stayed seated right beside me. We made conversation, exchanged numbers, before promising to meet up the next day in college.
Would that be a threesome?
I pretty much passed out from all the drinking I'd been doing. However, some movements caused me to open my eyes about half an hour later, and I almost screamed at the sight in front of me. Patrick was making out with a guy. What the heck? Now, I didn't mind the fact that he was into guys, but this was going to create a problem for us in the future. And exactly what I had feared happened the next day. We were talking and trying to clear things out, and Patrick made it clear that he was going to start dating that guy he was making out with at the party. Well, this wasn't the ideal solution in my mind. I'd always thought that because of our condition, we'd only ever be able to date and marry the same person. Or in a worst-case scenario, maybe we could date two different people by everyone's agreement, but I hadn't imagined that there'd be another guy in the equation. And frankly, I liked Beth. I couldn't just give her up now that I finally had a shot at love. Patrick, however, started creating trouble every time I was with her. He'd always pull me in the opposite direction when I was trying to make out with her.
That's really awkward.
It for quite a few days
before
she finally lost her patience. She's asked me to give her a clear decision on what I really want and also to get Patrick under control. Patrick, on the other hand, refuses to comply. He asked me to compromise to go along with his choice. I don't know what to do now. How can I get out of this messy situation? Do you have any suggestions for me?
That was really short. Oh my god, I feel so short. But That was really, really short. I thought it would be longer. That wasn't very interesting. I would think that that is possibly real. Like, that seems like a realistic problem. I would say this is probably real. Other than the part where he pulls him away. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, why would you do that? Unless he's just like a psychopath. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm just gonna ruin your life so I can have mine. But that was a pretty good story. It was pretty short. Comment down below if you want me to react to more of these. I'm still kind of figuring out how to combine the two footages together. So, please just comment down below if you like this video. And see you guys in my next one.